The Mavs as they came through the tunnel earlier on, ready to give their faithful fans plenty to cheer about tonight. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. Let's take a look at the numbers for Luka Doncic.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season, but I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, the 4 and the 5, it's Collins and Kessler. Colin Sexton is out there with Dunn, and it's Markkanen in at the small forward. And for the Mavericks, the star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Green is out there with Derek Jones, and it's Lively in at the 5 spot. And coming down the back 9 of the NBA season, Steve, the second half, what are the contending teams most focused on at this point of the year?
It's about keeping their rhythm, adding a little bit more each day, maintaining health. You want to be ready to go once the playoffs arrive. That's the big thing, though, rhythm.
Here's Kessler. Here's Collins. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Collins has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Jazz. Doncic kicks to Irving. A three-pointer is right on target.
Insanely quick on that release. Kyrie, beautiful.
Doncic against Dunn. Here he goes. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
If you don't have that one guy who gets you 10-plus boards every night, you just have to send more guys to the glass.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And here are the Jazz now. Greg, what a remarkable run from the Dallas Mavericks in that 2010-11 NBA season.
And some say it's the toughest title any team has ever won. When you consider the juggernauts they took out, including the big 3 of the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals.
Now, here's Doncic after the miss from John Collins. The kick out to Irving. Tries the spin move. Overdone. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got his second bucket tonight.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Collins setting the pick for Dunn. Jazz passing it around. Takes a 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Jones dishes to Doncic. Outside Irving. On the wing, Doncic. Dunn covering. Just 5 on the clock. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
For Utah, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Collins setting the pick for Dunn. The open look here for Sexton. The offensive rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball after Colin Sexton's miss. Here's Doncic. Collins grabs the miss.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
Kicks to Dunn.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Passes it to Kessler. Back to Dunn. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
One of the stronger point guards we have. Chris Dunn often does his best work in the paint.
Now, here's Doncic. He's coming off a 37-point game against Denver. Irving against Sexton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The former #1 overall pick in the 2011 NBA draft, Kyrie Irving, has certainly lived up to the hype.
First trip to the line for him here.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Summer 2022. Utah hits the reset button, Steve, trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And Kevin, they got a boatload of picks in return. And I love the young guys they got as well. Markkanen and Kessler, those guys are keepers.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Mavericks. P.J. Washington comes in for Green. Mavericks leading by 4. Outside, Irving over Sexton. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 9. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Jazz. 52 seconds left to play here in the first. Fires from the line. And Jones pulls it down.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jazz trail by 9. Outside, George. He dishes it to Clarkson. To the paint. Tries to save it. And so the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last. Dante Exum is checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Irving. And Utah also making a switch. Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, and we saw them really play a determined game when it came to chasing down rebounds, getting those good second chance looks. Really loved their aggressiveness.
Offered a screen on Sexton. Hardaway for 3. Not going to go that time. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Mavericks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Mavericks leading by 9. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. George is out there with Clarkson. Then it's Lowry Markkanen. Then it's Yurtseven. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 slot. Now Clarkson after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. George against Irving. George passes to Yurtseven. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Assisted.
Yurtseven's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Jazz. To the inside. Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Ooh-wee, Kyrie. That pass takes poise, patience, and vision.
Jazz trail by 9. Clarkson taking his time here. There's the dish to Markkanen. Steve, you were considered oversized for a guard when you were coming up out of school and into the pros. But right now, I don't feel like size matters as much at that position. You can be any size.
Yeah, I totally agree. But I think if you're a guy that has a lot of height and you has the skill set to play the guard position, you definitely have an advantage. The bigger you are, and the more tight your skill set, the more successful you will be on the floor.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Collins checked in for Omer Yurtseven. And it's done in for Taylor Horton-Tucker. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Walker Kessler has already made an impact for the Jazz. Now, Will Hardy says the physical tools that he has allow him to be successful. He's shown so much growth on both ends of the floor. I think defense comes natural to Walker in a lot of ways, but his ability to learn the offense has been tremendous. Kevin?
It is another great young player. We enjoy them all. David, thank you.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's George. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Gafford against Collins. And that one, good.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Mavericks leading by 11. Well, the Utah Jazz, GA, have one of the highest win percentages in NBA history.
And they're probably the greatest franchise to never win a championship. They made the finals twice. Unfortunately, they had to face Jordan and the Bulls both times.
And here's Markkanen following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. From 8, rebounded by Gafford. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Exum passes to Irving. Clock at 6. Pass to Gafford. Here's Exum. And an air ball on that one. Way off. And Collins has got the ball here for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 14. Pass to Clarkson. Outside, George. Collins, a screen on Gafford. Clarkson for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Clarkson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Irving against George. The pass to Exum. Washington sets the pick for Exum. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Colin Sexton comes in for Jordan Clarkson. .36 seconds left now here in the second. Done against Doncic. Passes to Kessler. Now here's Collins. Over Jones. Another shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Collins knows you have to battle inside, so he's ready for the physicality.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one drops. And so Collins nails both of them.
You know, when John Collins is being utilized correctly, he's a problem. A talented offensive player and solid defender.
Doncic with it. A floater. Oh, Doncic in traffic.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And so it's Dallas. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, PJ. Hot start offensively. How do you continue that in the second half?
I think we did a great job of attacking the rim and kicking out to our teammates and making open shots. So we got back away from that in the second quarter, but we got to do a better job of that coming out of halftime.
Stick with what works, right? Thanks for your time, man. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
You know, right now for Utah, they haven't played their best ball. It's an understatement. Looking a little lost and flustered right now. It's almost like they don't have any confidence in themselves.
Now let's talk about that first half. It's been a runaway success for the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, they got high percentage looks that led to a lot of points. Take it from me. That kind of scoring adds a bunch of zeros to the end of your next contract, so keep going inside.
The Shaq-tastic formula to winning games. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Derek Jones is out there with Green, and it's Lively in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. And Smitty taking a look at John Collins here, a big man with considerable versatility.
He's a talented big for sure, Kevin. I'd like to see him become a little more consistent from the outside. If he's able to do this, he could be really dangerous.
Shot clock at 2, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And let's check out the stats for Luka Doncic. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. He's averaging 35 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
He's the straw that stirs the drink. The more plays they run through him, the better.
Jazz trail by 11. Pass to Dunn. Pass to Sexton. Steve, when you analyze Colin Sexton's game, what do you think his strengths are?
Well, Kevin, certainly it's his scoring, but he's also dependable at helping run the offense too. He's what you call an effective combo guard.
First free throw is good.
Pretty solid from the stripe. Colin Sexton is not a guy you want to send there often if you're the opposing team. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Now here's Irving. 14 points for him. The pass to Lively. The shot from the low post is good. Lively's got his first 2 points.
Kyrie attracts so much attention, it frees his teammates up.
Doncic against Dunn. Here's Collins. Outside for Sexton. Dunn outside. Floats one up. Good D by Jones. Mavericks leading by 11. Outside Irving. Passes it to Lively. And there's the drive. Rebounded by the Jazz. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Collins wide open. He fires. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
Doncic dishes to Irving. There's a good screen. Off the left rim and out. Jazz trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Drawing fouls, something Chris Dunn did a great job of in college. Nice to see him doing it at the pro level.
The Jazz have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. The free throw drops in for Dunn.
To me, Chris Dunn has all the tools to be really good. Has to cut down on the turnovers and has to keep working on that jump shot.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Now here's Irving. 14 points for him. Pass to Lively. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Jones kicks to Green.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
No good on that one. Collins with some nice D. Jazz trail by 9. Pass to Dunn. Kessler with it. Clarkson for 3. That one doesn't drop. Doncic against Dunn. Doncic passes to Irving. Here's the pass to Lively. They kick it out to Green. Here's Lively. Outside Green. Pass to Lively. And on the way from Irving for 3. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Dunn. Outside Sexton. Over Irving. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Sexton.
When you've got handles like that, why not show them off? Love it, Colin Sexton.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're trying to get in the playoffs. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, there's the Jazz. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses. Green passes to Hardaway. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Green, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Now, here's Clarkson. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Now, Doncic, after Jordan Clarkson missing on that last three-pointer. Here's Washington. Yep, it counts. Washington's got 5 points so far.
That's good planning, and that's good execution, and that's a great look.
Hardaway against Clarkson. Tipped away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Jazz ball.
And the Jazz with possession here. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. The three.
A bigger guard. Clarkson can match up with multiple positions, and he's improved his consistency at that end.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 9. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Good D, good pull. Understand something, one shot, one rebound, and let's go. We take care of the ball, get good shots, and get back on defense. Keep talking.
Efficiency, fundamentals, that's what I'm hearing from Jason Kidd right there.
Yeah, and there's a toughness to the way they're playing right now, and they're communicating. That's what Coach wants to keep seeing.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And Utah, looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. We've got Talen Horton-Tucker. George is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Lofton in at the center, locking down the middle.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
George finds Markkanen. Here's Lofton. And the rejection by Gafford. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
The Jazz making a switch here. Yurtseven's checked in.
Uber Yurtseven.
And the Jazz with possession here. 9-point game. George, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Throws it up high, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Yurtseven. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Horton-Tucker. Defended by Jones. On the wing, George lets it fly. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Dallas.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
And that one falls for Gafford. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Dunn passes to Markkanen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Markkanen's got 5 points now this quarter.
From distance, Markkanen with the picture-perfect mechanics and the height to almost always get a clean look.
Moving against Sexton. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
So, Steve, you were drafted by the Heat, a young expansion team at the time down in Miami. But if you had to choose, which city would you give an expansion team to right now?
I think Seattle and Las Vegas are at the top of everyone's list. San Diego would be nice because I love to travel there. I love when Vancouver had a team. How about bringing that team back, Kevin?
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. The pass to Kessler. Down low. And Markkanen with the slam.
That's just a power move by Markkanen. The 7-footer playing big.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now Doncic. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Oh, an easy two from Doncic.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Collins a screen on Hardaway. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Mavericks lead by 12. Here's Markkanen. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Inside, here's Collins, and then Collins slams it in.
Dunk contest level jam. Collins looks like he's having fun out there.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Doncic comes with a double team. And Sexton has it in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his third assist on the night.
The defense has to honor Sexton's three ball because he's skilled at connecting from deep.
Now, here is Irving. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Markkanen inside the line. And again, it's Utah.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Doncic dishes to Irving. Kleba sets the screen for Irving. Drills the three-pointer.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Dallas.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyrie Irving.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
They get it back. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and Utah again with the bucket.
Every time he sees the ball go through the bottom of the net, Chris Dunn gains more confidence with his shot.
And here is Doncic. Outside Irving. Back to Doncic. Lets it go from deep. Utah with the rebound.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. It looked like you were in an extra crispy special kind of zone tonight. How did you do it?
Man, well, the beauty is in the process. It's in the preparation. You know, before I get here, I'm trying to get locked in mentally, just trying to come out here and put on a good performance, lead my team, do the best job I can. That's all I'm trying to do.
It was all on display tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now our New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.